In 1913, one of the most influential inventors of the 20th century came up with this weird design for a turbine that has no blades. This design has been confusing everyone ever since. The inventor was Nikola Tesla, and the turbine was the Tesla turbine. What makes this turbine so confusing is the fact that it doesn't have blades. It's just a stack of discs. This turbine works using the stickiness of fluids. And when I say fluids, I mean anything that flows, including air. Air is not sticky, is it? Well, it actually is. Have you ever seen that trick in which you rotate a tomato using compressed air? The reason the tomato spins is because the air sticks itself to the tomato and imparts some of its movement into the tomato. I know what you're thinking. The tomato has irregularities, and those irregularities act as blades. If that is true, can you explain how I'm able to replicate the trick with this very smooth and spherical ping-pong ball? Yeah, it's stickiness. Imagine you want to use this stickiness concept to make a turbine. How do you design it? A bunch of very thin discs very closely spaced to increase the surface area. And maybe you put the discs inside a cylindrical casing and inject the high-speed fluid tangentially so it naturally spirals towards the center. As the fluid flows around the casing, it transmits its speed to the turbine in the smoothest way possible, without turbulence or losses, which means this turbine can in theory reach insanely high levels of efficiency. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But then again, we don't see the Tesla turbine anywhere nowadays. And the reason for that is because the Tesla turbine has a lot of speed, but no torque at all. Or at least that's what most people think. I found one that thinks the exact opposite.
Tesla turbine gets great torque, especially at low RPMs. That's when it gets the most torque. The torque is proportional to the difference in the fluid speed and the disk speed. So when the disk is the slowest, the fluid speed is moving the fastest relative to the disk. Torque is the most. No regular turbines can handle wet steam or particulates in it. Over time, you'll just erode the blades down. Because of the design of the turbine, there's no mechanical things for the turbine or the fluid to smash into, and it's all actually through electronic adhesion or sticky. You can use a lower grade steam with it, which means you can use geothermal straight out of the pipe from the ground.
Yeah.
The salt, the minerals, the rocks, They're not gonna hurt it. Right now, I have the dyno test with compressed air that did only it was at 40 psi at the nozzle,
40 psi?
Only 40 ps at the nozzle was 4,250 watts.
I know Charlie seems like your average Nikola Tesla fanboy, but he's not. He's a physicist that saw the potential on this technology and decided to make it a reality. Look at that. Those are some pretty big discs. What are they made of? Like some special material like stainless steel or something like that?
No, cheapo aluminum.
Really?
I'll show you one of these discs.
And they can take it?
Absolutely.
Well, why does it have like little dimples on it?
To simplify the entire manufacture of the whole thing, instead of putting rivets in here, you stamp the discs all in one go, and the spacers are stamped into the disc.
Oh, so the dimples are the spacers?
They are. And this way, none of the discs are actually rigidly joined to each other, so they can all expand and contract at whatever they need for whatever thermal range because sometimes...
You get more flexibility out of them.
Yeah.
How many discs do you have in there?
There's 75 of these discs.
75?
75 of them.
And then you're using like, I noticed you're using like BLDC motors as generators?
Yes.
Two of them?
Those are straight out of my RC car.
Really?
This is straight out of my RC car.
And how much power again do you get out of those?
They should be able to do 1,500 watts each at 12 volts and 300 or 3,000 watts at 24 volts. That would be like peak.
Do you think we can give it a little test with compressed air?
Yeah, but I have to get my compressor started.
20 psi! Oh my god!
Okay, let's just pause for a second and appreciate the fact that this Tesla turbine is putting out 1200 watts of power, and this is just with 25 psi of compressed air. Imagine if you use steam. On his deathbed, Nikola Tesla actually said that the Tesla turbine is his favorite invention. Which says a lot, because this man had over 200 inventions to his name. This is how new technologies are brought to market, with makers tinkering in their garages. Well, this is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, tomatoes are disgusting. See ya!